Hey, my incredible YouTube audience. Thank you for joining me on this emotional roller coaster. Your support means everything, and I can't wait to share this gripping tale with you. A story that'll tug at your heartstrings and keep you on the edge of your seat. Let's dive into a world of love, betrayal, and raw human truth. The glass of bourbon trembled in my hand, the amber liquid catching the dim glow of the kitchen light. It was 2 a.m., and the house was silent except for the faint hum of the fridge and the scream in my head that wouldn't stop. She's lying. I stared at the phone on the counter, its screen dark but burning with the truth I'd just uncovered. A text from him. Meet me tomorrow, same place. Can't stop thinking about you. My chest tightened, like someone had tied a rope around my ribs and yanked. I'd always trusted Sarah. 12 years of marriage, 2 kids, a mortgage, and a life stitched together with late-night laughs and quiet mornings. She was my anchor, the woman who'd held my hand through job losses and my father's funeral. But the signs had been there, hadn't they? The late nights at work, the new perfume, the way her eyes darted away when I asked about her day. I'd brush them off, blaming my paranoia, convincing myself love was enough to keep us whole. The kitchen felt smaller now, the walls pressing in. I sank into a chair, the wood creaking under my weight. The text wasn't the first clue. Last month, I'd found a receipt for a coffee shop we never went to, tucked in her purse. Just a work thing, she'd said, her smile too quick, too bright. I'd nodded, swallowing the unease, because doubting her felt like doubting myself. I scrolled through her phone again, guilt gnawing at me. But there it was, dozens of messages. You make me feel alive, he wrote. Her reply. I haven't felt this way in years. Each word was a blade, slicing through the life we'd built. I wanted to scream, to shake her awake and demand answers, but my body felt heavy, like I was drowning in the air itself. The next morning, Sarah moved through the kitchen like nothing was wrong, pouring cereal for the kids, humming softly. You okay, Tom? She asked, her voice light but her eyes cautious, like she sensed the storm brewing inside me. Fine. I lied, my throat tight. Just didn't sleep well. I watched her butter toast, her fingers steady, and wondered how she could act so normal when she was tearing us apart. I wanted to confront her, to spill the truth and watch her facade crack, but something held me back. Fear, maybe, or the desperate hope I was wrong. That evening, I followed her. It felt wrong, tailing my own wife like some cheap detective, but the text had left me no choice. She told me she was meeting a co-worker for drinks, but I knew better. I parked across from the hotel, a sleek glass building that screamed money and secrets. My heart pounded as I watched her slip inside, her red dress catching the streetlights. She looked beautiful, and that made it worse. I waited, the minutes dragging like hours, until she emerged with him. He was tall, polished, the kind of guy who looked like he belonged in a suit ad. They stood close, her hand brushing his arm. And I felt something inside me snap. But I didn't move. I just watched, my breath fogging the car window, as they laughed and parted ways. Back home, I confronted her. The kids were at my sister's, and the house felt like a battlefield. Who is he, Sarah? I asked, my voice low, trembling with rage and hurt. Her face paled, but she didn't deny it. Tom, she started, her voice breaking. It's not what you think. Then what is it? I shouted, slamming my hand on the counter. Because I saw you with him. I read your texts. You're throwing us away for him. Tears welled in her eyes, but they didn't soften me. I didn't mean for it to happen, she whispered. It was a mistake. I was lonely, Tom. You've been so distant, always working, and he listened. Her words stung, not because they were true, but because they weren't entirely false. I'd been buried in deadlines trying to keep us afloat, thinking I was doing it for her, for us. But I hadn't seen her, not really, not the way she needed. I love you, she said, stepping closer, her voice desperate. I'll end it. I swear. I wanted to believe her, but the trust was gone, shattered like glass on the floor. You thought he'd replace me, I said, my voice cold. You thought he'd be your new life. She shook her head, sobbing, but I couldn't stay. I grabbed my keys and left, the door slamming behind me. For days, I stayed at a motel, replaying every moment, every red flag I'd ignored. The late-night calls she'd taken in the other room, the way she'd started locking her phone. I tortured myself with questions. How long? Why him? Was I not enough? Then a week later she called, her voice raw. He's gone, Tom. He ended it. Said he didn't want this. She choked on the words. I was wrong. I thought he cared, but he just used me. I should have felt vindicated, but all I felt was hollow. She'd gambled our life for a man who didn't even want her. I drove home, not sure what I'd find. She was on the couch, eyes red, clutching a photo of us from our wedding day. I'm so sorry, she whispered. I'll do anything to fix this. I looked at her, the woman I'd loved for so long, and saw a stranger. The betrayal wasn't just hers. It was mine too, for not seeing her pain, for letting us drift. I don't know if we can fix this, I said, my voice barely audible. But I don't know how to let you go either. The room fell silent, the weight of our broken vows hanging between us. Outside, the wind howled, carrying away the life we'd known. I didn't know if we'd rebuild or if we'd crumble, but as I stood there, her hand reaching for mine, I felt the faintest flicker of hope. Or maybe it was just the ghost of what we'd lost.